Sorry guys, I couldn't help myself. Well, I'm here today. I'm going to show you how to make this incredible, my go-to brekkie sandwich. It has everything that you want, and it's eggy, it's cheesy, it's gooey, it's warm. Sorry, I'm still eating. It's perfect to start your day. And if you can believe it, it's actually vegan, but no one will know. So I'm going to show you guys my go-to tricks to make the best brekkie sandwich. Okay, and I also have a secret to tell you guys. This is actually my first ever video. So please, I'm so excited to have you guys a part of this journey with me. Please do your thing. You probably know way more than I do. Like wherever that button is, subscribe, tell everyone about me and about what we're creating here together, and let's get cooking. Okay, so first things first is obviously the chickpea egg. So this is gonna be our egg version of our egg and cheeser, I guess you could call it. I guess that's what they say out there in the world. So it's really simple. You wanna get yourself some chickpea flour. I saved this just to show you, but I have it in a container with a little bit of flour on it. So it's called garbanzo and bava flour. So essentially chickpea flour. It's super simple, it's gluten-free. We love that high in protein. So we're gonna take some of that and we're just gonna do even parts liquid or water to chickpea flour. So usually you do about 1/3 cup. Sorry, I don't measure anything, but I will write this out for you guys. So I'm gonna say that is 1/3. So chickpea flour away, and then some water. Maybe this is the right time to be full disclosure with you guys. I'm actually in my living room. So my tap is not near me. This is water from the tap that I've had to basically bring over here to resemble my kitchen if kitchen had natural light. Okay, so we're gonna add about 1/3 cup of water. I've made this so many times now that I actually know like what the consistency needs to look like, and you guys will get to that point as well. And if it's a little bit too liquidy, then you're just gonna add in more chickpea flour. If it's too thick, you're gonna add in water. But what you wanna do first is just let it hydrate. This is really key. So like do this and then go for your workout, or do this and then make your coffee. We're gonna do this and then actually make all the rest of our ingredients for our sandy. But just give it a good stir. Try to get as many clumps as you can out. So you can see here, that's what it looks like. So keep stirring, kind of push some of it out if you use a whisk. If you're making this for like 10 people, throw it in your Vitamix or your blender or whatever you have. Awesome, so we like that consistency. Not bad, first go. I got easy, good measurements. So that's the chickpea flour on its own. Now, if you really wanna like wow people and really make them think it's egg, the vegan secret ingredient these days, move over nutritional yeast. We have black salt that we've added to our vegan pantry. But essentially, you wanna just add like 1/4 or 1/3 of a teaspoon. I'm gonna go 1/4 because I don't want it super eggy, because I'm just a true vegan like that, you know? But yeah, add a little bit of this salt to it. Awesome. So give that a stir as well, so just get a good look at that. So stir that in, and that has like a crazy sulfur scent. It's unbelievable. It's honestly smells like egg. And then I'm gonna throw in some more regular just sea salt, just because I don't actually find the black salt like gives it that salty flavor. And then I also always throw in red chili flakes. I don't know, I just throw them, they're like salt to me. I throw them in with everything. So one last stir, try to get any clumps out. You can see it's already like kind of foaming and just getting a little bit thicker, which we like. So we're just gonna set that aside for 5 minutes, and it's just gonna hydrate and just basically remove all those like powder pockets. So there we go. Now next up, what we wanna do is, because it's breakfast and we're fucking hungry, what we're gonna do is make the best of this time and maybe make coffee, maybe do whatever you need to do. We're gonna get all of our ingredients ready to put into our breakfast sandwich. So breakfast sandwiches have a massive history in our household. If we were all together in the morning, if we all slept at my parents' house, or it was Christmas morning or whatever, a brekkie sandy is like the only way you get the day started. And so there's a few key ingredients that we use in our household, which I'm gonna share with you guys today. The first thing that you wanna use is an everything bagel. Obviously, a fresh bagel is better. Some of them are made with eggs, so just making sure that you have, I think it's egg, something about it isn't vegan. Make sure you have a vegan one if that's what you're going for. So everything bagel is key. And then mayo. In fact, I would say this is my key ingredient to anything I do in the world, but especially to a sandwich. I'm pretty sure I actually eat this just as a vehicle to eat mayonnaise. So I use the vegan almonds. Honestly, it's like the best. You can't go wrong. So you can see, like, I'm pretty sure I've only had this for 2 weeks and I almost had to buy a new one just for this video. And then a mustard, we're very into spicy mustard in our household. Use any mustard you want, or maybe you don't want mustard. I don't think it's key. Mayo is key. And then other ingredients are, we're gonna throw in some fresh tomato and just some salt and pepper and maybe a bit of Tabasco, and then we're good to go. So I'm just gonna slice up the tomato right now, just so we have that ready. I like thinner slices. Just because it's not a tomato sandwich. Tomato just happens to be in our sandwich, and I think that that's really key. So get a bunch of tomato, we'll do some onion. You guys are now watching my knife skills, which are like pretty, they leave a lot to be desired. I've even been to a knife skills class and I'm still like, people are scared I'm gonna chop off my hand every single time I pick up a knife, but oh well. I've decided to perfect some things and knife skills aren't one of them. Okay, so these have to be cut so thin. I'm a little freak about it. Like so thin. And you want a lot. You basically want to cut it so thin that your knife doesn't even get to the bottom, because it's, see, like that. That to me is a win. Okay, so now we have our tomato, we have our red onion, we're all good to go here. I'm just gonna check on how this is hydrated. Love it, there's barely any clumps. So you can see there, it pours, but it's still like kind of like, it's almost like thin pancake batter. Okay, so now we're gonna turn on our stove. So again, full disclosure, I'm used to using a gas stove, so this is really interesting for me, but you guys are just gonna be part of this ride with me as we sort out what it looks like to cook on this. So I have this about medium heat, and I think that's perfect. We'll turn down a little bit. And we just want our pan to get super hot. So we'll wait a few more seconds. Once you feel a little bit of heat, you can pour on your oil. You want the oil to get hot as well, but I always like to wait a little bit. I don't like to pour oil onto a hot pan. I like to be able to pour it on to see it sizzle a little bit to know the heat of the pan. Okay, I feel really good about where the heat feels on here, so we're just gonna pour a little bit of oil. I'm not throwing things in like little containers to make it look perfect, because I just want you guys to see that you can literally just use ingredients that you have in your kitchen to make this food. I know a lot of people are really interested, after all the documentaries and things that are coming out and all the information we're learning, about adding more plants into their diet and going more into a plant-forward diet. And the biggest obstacle that I hear people say is that they're like, well, I don't know how to prepare it, or like it takes too long. And honestly, like, yes, I have the black salt and chickpea flour, but everything else is just things that you would find in your kitchen, and it's super easy to sub a few ingredients out to make it vegan. So I'm keeping all the packaging on just to show you that like these are just all things that you guys have in your fridge. Okay, so I'm gonna throw some oil on here. I don't know, about a tablespoon. Up a bit. I like using this type of a container because it has a spout and you can pour it really easily. These are little things that I've learned along the way by really making a massive mess in my kitchen. Okay, you can see the smoke, or not smoke, but you can see everything heating up. So I'm gonna pour this on. This is always scary because I want it to be the perfect temperature. Okay, medium. So I'm gonna pour this on. I'm basically pouring it like a pancake, and I'm only gonna pour half of this. This is gonna make 2. Okay, great. So we poured that on, and now I'm just gonna be twisting this around a little bit, just like you would, I think, with a pancake. I've actually never made pancakes, but you want it to kind of look like an omelet would. So it's gonna be basically in a circle. And you're gonna start seeing those little bubbles come up really quickly. So that means we had the perfect level of heat, and they're just gonna start popping up. That's exactly what we want to see. You honestly only have like probably a minute cooking this. So right away, I'm gonna put some cheese on. We're using Daya. We're keeping it real classic or classy, I guess you could say over here. I don't love this cheese for everything, but when you like want like a bacon and egger kind of thing, this is what you want to use. So just throw those on one half of it and kind of let the cheese melt to it a little bit. It's gonna pick up a side. Oh my God, this looks so good. Love this. So I'm just gonna push this over. Honestly, like you would an omelet. I think omelet's a better place than a pancake. So push it over. It's now like an omelet. I'm actually gonna turn that upside down. I'm gonna squish it a little bit just to get that cheese nice and melty and gooey. Perfect. I'm loving this. This looks gorgeous. So we're gonna turn this off. And that's what it looks like. Just leave that on there. And we're gonna finish up our bagels so we can pop it on. We'll quickly grab our bagels out of the toaster and I'll meet you guys back here. Okay guys, the best part is here, building the bagel. So we're all toasted. We've got our everything bagel here. Just gonna clean up my workspace a little bit. Okay, first things first is obviously mayonnaise. I think you guys know that by now. Maybe that's what my cooking channel should be called. Just add mayo. Okay, like, I mean it. So we're gonna add some mayonnaise here. Some people like things to be really uniform and like perfect when they're spreading like cream cheese or butter or whatever on bagel or toast. I like it to be like rustic and not perfect because I just want every bite to be like its own little adventure. So I make it kind of rustic. I also love when things get in the bagel hole when you're eating. Like it's just kind of like, it's the juiciest part. Anyways, I'm third time into the mayo situation here. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. Like that's not perfect and that's where we want it. Okay, definitely should have brought more cloths to the table, but my kitchen's too far away. So anyways, mayo's done. We're gonna use Keen's mustard. This is a spicy mustard. Use any mustard you want. I'm just adding it to one side. I like to put it on the bottom. Yes, I'm that specific. And just kind of lather it in a beautiful way. Awesome. Okay, now salt and pepper. Pepper both sides. I'm gonna leave the salt till I put the tomato on. Next up is onion, and I really do think that you should be as specific as I am about your layers and your when you put them on. So bottom one, I'm gonna put a bunch of onion. Okay, so lots of onion. We have this. We're gonna throw on just one tomato. You can do as many as you want. Now I'm gonna put on my salt. Like always add salt to the tomato part because tomatoes, the flavor comes out so much when you add salt directly to it. Okay, so we are fully ready to go here. We're gonna grab our chickpea egg. Remember, this has the cheese in it, so you don't need to add cheese and it's gonna be amazing when it comes out. Okay guys, this is our sandwich. I almost feel like a fraud because like it was that easy. How could I be creating a video on this? But it tastes amazing. My brother even requested that I brought one to the park for him yesterday, so you know it's good. Okay, so we have our sandwich. We're all ready to go. Cutting is the most important part. Hold on to it so you don't lose anything anywhere. Grated knife, very important. Are you ready for the money shot? Did you see that cheese? Boom! That is how you make a breakfast sandwich vegan style. I'm so excited. I gotta go. We've got some things to eat. We nailed it. Whoa. Guys, this is so perfect. Look at that cheese. Look at that egg. Perfect amount of mayonnaise. Love the onions. You guys, this was great. Thank you so much for being a part of this with me today. So special. I'll always remember my first time. And speaking of, we need to figure out what we want to make next. So please tell me what you want me to make. Comment in the section below and I'll do my best to make all your dreams come true. Thank you guys. You've made my dream come true today. Wow. That's a wrap on our first video ever.